Hello, this is your Undertaker, and today we will be discussing the top 10 most terrifying amusement park accidents. While amusement parks are supposed to be fun and exciting, unfortunately, accidents do happen. In this video, we'll be counting down the top 10 most shocking and frightening amusement park accidents from around the world. So, without further ado, let's get started. Number 10. Orlando FreeFall in Orlando, Florida. A fatal event that took place at Ikeon Park in Orlando, Florida on March 24, 2022 has once again rocked the amusement park business. The Orlando FreeFall, a well-known attraction that plunges visitors from 450 feet in the air, was being used by a 14-year-old boy. The kid, however, lost his balance during the ride and died after falling out of his seat. Authorities are still looking into the locking fault that has been identified as the accident's cause. This tragedy serves as a reminder of the value of routine safety inspections and procedures to avoid such mishaps. In a statement, the park offered its condolences to the victim's family and friends and pledged to fully assist with the inquiry. Number 9. Terminal Velocity in Lake Delton, Wisconsin. In the summer of 2010, a 12-year-old girl made the brave decision to ride Terminal Velocity at Wisconsin Dells Extreme World amusement park. Just so she might taste it, the family had made the long trip from their Florida home. Without the use of any safety restraints, riders were dropped more than 100 feet into a net. Embarrassingly, the operator released her without a net by accident. She suffered multiple severe injuries as she landed directly onto the concrete, shattering her back, breaking her pelvis, and damaging her brain. Number 8. Ride of Steel in Darien, New York. James Hackemer, 29, was injured when he fell from the Ride of Steel at a Six Flags amusement park in New York on July 8, 2011. The American Army soldier suffered a double amputee after being injured in the Iraq War and losing both legs. He was in the front row of the ride and was abruptly thrown out of the vehicle because he lacked legs to tuck beneath the lap belt. Officials decided that operator error was the cause of Hackemer's death after conducting a thorough examination. Hackemer should never have been permitted to ride the attraction in the first place, even though it was functioning normally. Number 7. The Mindbender at West Edmonton Mall. One of the world's most exhilarating roller coasters is the Mindbender, located at the West Edmonton Mall in Canada. But disaster struck in 1986 when the roller coaster crashed, leaving 3 people dead and many more hurt. Mechanical failure was found to be the accident's root cause. For several months, the roller coaster was off limits while an investigation was conducted. Number 6. Stream in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Roller coasters' extremely high heights add to the thrill, but also make them extremely dangerous. Lindsay Zeno visited the Blue Bayou Water Park and Dixielandin Amusement Park on July 11, 2010. She boarded the Extreme Coaster, a ride that had been running for roughly 3 years. She was injured and later died after falling 30 feet from the coaster minutes later, when the roller coaster took a steep bend, sending Zeno flying into the air. A witness allegedly saw Zeno attempting to pull the safety strap back down over herself. Number 5. Top Scan in East Farmingdale, New York. A mentally challenged 45-year-old woman went to the Adventureland theme park in New York on August 31, 2005. She boarded the Top Scan ride, which transported riders in 6 freely rotating gondolas on a spinning journey. The experience involves spinning the passengers in all directions, even upside down. Sadly, the woman's safety harness malfunctioned in the middle of the trip, causing her to be ejected. The woman died after she fell onto a nearby parked car in the parking lot. After that, the ride was never again operational. Number 4. Raging River in Altoona, Iowa. Although high-speed coasters may seem more dangerous than water attractions, there are other dangers in the water. Raging Rivers, a ride at Adventureland in Altoona, Iowa, showcased how dangerous getting wet can be. 6 people were in one of the ride's rafts when it capsized on July 3, 2021. 4 people suffered serious injuries, and an 11-year-old boy ultimately passed away from his wounds. The ride had received a clean bill of health the day before, as it had every year for the previous 10. Number 3. Quimera in Mexico City, Mexico. Visitors to Mexico City's La Feria de Chapultepec amusement park watched in horror on September 28, 2019, as one of the park's attractions went horribly, tragically wrong. The last train to run down the track lost control and slammed into the ground 30 feet below. There were 10 people riding the train at the time. After falling and hitting their skulls on a piece of steel, 2 guys died from brain injuries. 6 others received medical attention on the spot, and 2 ladies were hospitalized. Number 2. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad in Anaheim, California. Accidents do occur in Disneyland, the happiest place on earth, although you don't hear about them very often. One guy lost his life and 10 others suffered injuries in September 2003 while riding the park's enormously popular Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. The attraction, which debuted in 1970, took a dark turn when the open passenger train cars split apart and the coaster went off the rails. Emergency services were attempting to release passengers who were trapped in their vehicles in a cavern. Number 1. Roger Rabbit Cartoon Spin in Anaheim, California. A 4-year-old boy fell from the rolling coaster and got caught under a car in September 2000, prompting adjustments to be made to the Roger Rabbit Cartoon Spin ride at Disneyland. After the event, the youngster spent many weeks in a drug-induced coma and experienced several internal injuries, as well as brain damage. The victim was supposed to receive lifelong medical care thanks to a deal the family and Disney struck, but he passed away in 2009, 8 years after that. So, what do you think about this video? Let us know in the comment box below. Thank you for visiting your Undertaker. It would be in your best interest to like and subscribe.